Good morning and welcome to another Ministry Minute with Pastor T. Look here this morning, I'm talking about even the outcasts have a heart. I am in the New Living Translation Bible. I am in the book of 2 Kings chapter 7, and I'm going to start at verse 8, and it reads, "When the men with leprosy arrived at the edge of the camp, they went into one tent after another, eating and drinking wine, and they carried out silver and gold and clothing and hid it. Finally, they said to each other, 'This is not right. This is a day of good news, and we aren't sharing it with anyone. If we wait until morning, some calamity will certainly fall upon us. Come on, let's go back and tell the people at the palace.'" Amen. Look here. Here it is. These were four leopards. And the leopards had to, when you had leprosy in the Bible days, you had to be outcast. You had to announce yourself as unclean. You couldn't be around your family, your friends. The only people you could talk to is the other lepers because all y'all were outcasts. And they were conversating with each other. They said, "Why are we gonna sit here and die?" And so they went to the edge of the camp, and they saw all this stuff that the people had left. And so what they did, they went to the tent and they began to eat and drink and be merry. And then they came to their senses. They said, "Hold on, this ain't even right. There's a famine in the land. The people at the palace, they are starving. Let's go back and tell them, because if we don't, some calamity gonna come upon us." Now technically, as leopards, they didn't have no right to go back to the gate and talk to the people at the palace. They were outcasts. But because they had a conscience, but because they still had a heart, because they understood it is people back in our camp, although we are outcasts, it's people back there that are hungry, that are starving, and they could benefit from this too. We better be very careful of the people that we outcast, because some of the people that we think that are low down, dirty shame, some of the people that we think are good for nothing, they have a conscience and they have a heart, and even though we have mistreated them and put them out and outcast them, they still have our best interest at heart. They still say, "Look here, I know they think I ain't nothing, but they starving and they don't need to starve them." And so we better be very careful, because we don't know who God gonna use to bless us. The very ones we said is a low down dirty shame, the very ones that we talk about is unclean, because they had to announce themselves as unclean. So the very ones that we put our mouth on, the very ones that we think that's not anointed, the very ones that we think are not going to be anything in society, that'll be the very one that God uses to say, "Look here, you ain't got to starve because I'm out here doing bad. I don't want to see you do bad because I'm out here and I can't get it. I don't want to see you not get it. I know where there's some food at. I know where you can go get fed. I know where you don't have to be starving." And so here it is, these four leopards. The one that was outcast, the one that was put out the camp, the ones, these are the ones that went back and told the palace, the people at the palace gate, what was going on. And the people at the palace gate, they alarmed everybody else, and they let the king know what was going on. So on today, just know, even the outcasts have a heart. Even they have a soul. We may not see it, we may not think it's nothing to them, but God knows. Amen. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed this ministry minute, and I hope you be mindful about how you treat other people. And if it be the Lord's will, I'll be back on tomorrow. You have yourself a blessed day.